It always starts the same way, doesn't it? The world slows down, the chaos of the day disappears, and for the first time in hours, I can finally hear myself think. My mind feels limitless. This is the real me, the me that isn't afraid. I start mapping things out. Plans, dreams, the version of my life that feels so close I could reach out and touch it. It's like I'm standing at the top of a mountain, looking at the entire path ahead, knowing exactly where I need to go. And in that quiet moment, I tell myself, this is it. Tomorrow, I start. Tomorrow, everything changes. But then, morning comes. The alarm shatters the silence. My room is cold. My body feels heavy, and suddenly, all that certainty from last night, gone. The ideas that felt like genius now feel stupid. The motivation that felt unstoppable now feels exhausting. I reach for my phone. Notifications pull me in, reality pulls me in, and before I even realize what's happening, I'm drowning in the same old routine. And then it happens. That sinking feeling. The gut punch realization, I did it again. I killed the person I was last night. I abandoned him before he could even try. And I know, deep down, it won't be the last time. Because this isn't the first morning I've felt this, it's every morning. And if nothing changes, it's every morning for the rest of my life. Why does this happen? Why does motivation always fade in the morning? More importantly, how do we stop killing the person we were at midnight? I used to think the problem was motivation. I thought I just needed to try harder or be more disciplined, but that wasn't it. And let's be honest, this isn't just me, this isn't just you, it's all of us. The real enemy wasn't me or you, it was our brain's survival instincts. Our brain is wired to protect us from risks, from change, from anything uncertain. See, at night, there's no pressure, no expectations, no risks. So our mind is free to dream, and every dream feels possible. But when the morning arrives, so does reality. Our cortisol spikes, our brain panics. It sees our ideas as threats. It floods our system with doubt, fear, and the overwhelming weight of responsibility. Was that really a good idea? What if I fail? And chasing that midnight idea? That's scary. So instead of taking action, we retreat. We distract ourselves. We kill our momentum before it can even begin. And here's the scariest part. Every time we avoid our midnight self in the morning, we don't just lose an idea, we lose a piece of the person we could become. But it doesn't have to be that way. Once I understood this, everything changed. What does it mean? Realistically, what should we do on the next morning? I realized the trick isn't waiting for motivation to last. The trick is outsmarting my brain before it sabotages me. And I started with 3 small, stupidly simple changes. The 10-second pause before I touch my phone, before I do anything. I stop, I take one deep breath and ask myself, what am I running from? Just pausing for 10 seconds makes resistance feel smaller. Write down one thought from the night before. Not on my phone, on paper. Just a single sentence, just to remind myself this mattered to me, and it's proof that my midnight self wasn't crazy. The first small action rule, I don't try to win the morning. That's too big. Instead, I pick one tiny action. Read one sentence, write one line, take one step. There are 2 versions of you. One comes alive when the world is quiet, when the weight of expectations lifts, when no one is watching. That version of you, it dreams. It sees possibilities. It believes. But then morning comes, and the second version of you wakes up, the one that feels sluggish, doubtful, trapped in the same old routines. Every single night, the real you shows up, but the real test isn't who you are at midnight. It's who you choose to be in the morning. A year from now, your life won't be shaped by what you dreamed about at night. It will be shaped by what you did in the morning. We don't need a complete life overhaul to change this fact. What we need is small, intentional wins. So tomorrow, when you wake up, don't aim to be unstoppable. Just aim to take one small step. And when you do, you'll realize something powerful. Your midnight self? He was never the fantasy, he was always the real you. But the question is, will you fight for him?